All right. Well, this is Adam here with the Goonery. Joining me today, DJ Snizza. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Good. Well, we tried to get some of your tracks playing just now, but little technical difficulties. We'll probably just have to turn it off for sound quality reasons.
Yeah, maybe it was just too loud,
Yeah. Well, we're recording now, and probably turn my headphones down.
Okay.
All right. What's going on? It's Snizza, not Snizza, right? I said that wrong?
Well, when you say it, actually, I meant when I chose this name to pronounce it as Snizza.
Snizza. Okay.
Pizza.
Yes,
So,
I do know pizza.
ZZA, so it's like Snizza. And I had this name from back in Russia, and it means to get into someone's dream.
To get into someone's dream, like Inception?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
It's
shit. Let's fire off this podcast talking about a little background with the dream concept there. Why was that important to you?
I always dream. Actually, it's not about just a dream, but it's also about the city called Nizza in France. It's a really nice city on the beach, and
I'm sure it is.
Also there's a city called Ibiza. Probably everybody knows that. It's like
well, we'll have to pull the audience and see. I don't know. Thought I was a little better with the world geography than appears to be so far.
It's like a paradise for DJs, It's like every summer. It's
no
like
shit.
Yeah, it's like an island in Spain, and a lot of famous DJs play in that island, and famous clubs.
Oh fuck! What? So this is an island in France, or off of France? Excuse me.
Yeah, it's actually not France. It's Spain.
Spain. You said Spain. Okay.
Yeah. So.
How close to Barcelona?
You know what? I'm not really sure. Probably around 100 miles.
100 miles. Okay.
Something like that. Let's say 100.
When does this go down? What dates?
You mean when I end up being Snizza?
No. I'm talking about this dope ass DJ Island Fest.
Oh, well, the season starts in the beginning of May, probably. But really.
Oh, so this is like a summer long thing.
Yeah. It's like a summer paradise for club lovers, like house music lovers.
It's like the Jersey Shore, but off the Spania coast.
Pretty much, yeah. But it's very popular for clubbers, music house lovers. But it's also kind of expensive. And recently,
I imagine
the Ibiza, they call it Ibiza. Ibiza, people who live there, actually they start protesting because there's so many parties, there's so many loud music going on the island, and they can't really live normal, because there's so many parties, especially at the beaches.
These are the people that live on the island.
Yeah.
I got you. So it's like a spring break, but a summer-long spring break for clubbers.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
And what's it called?
Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Yeah.
Ibiza.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ibizza, and there's so many. So Ibiza, Snizza, Nizza. So it's
Pizza.
pizza as well. Yeah. So it's kind of like so many words, and and I decided to be like Snizza. So many words related like to my dreams. Where I want to be, like where I want to play as a DJ. When I was younger, I was dreaming about playing in Ibiza, because if you play it in the club in Ibiza, that means you're famous.
You're
That
the
means,
shit.
yeah,
So
that means,
who's the who's who now of house music? Is it heavy bass too? Is it dubstep? What are we talking here?
right now it's techno, like very popular
Like
techno.
electronic dance music?
Yeah, like 125, 130 beats per minute. If you're talking about the tempo,
Yeah.
tits, tits, tits. And the techno is very popular right now in Ibiza, and tech house, techno, and it's getting pretty big over there. Like Carl Cox, he's a king of Ibiza pretty much. He used to play like a lot of techno.
Does he ever come to America?
Yeah, he came a lot actually.
So this guy's the shit. He's
He's
the
like,
best.
well, I wouldn't say he's the best, but like he's the king of the
Why is
Ibiza,
he the king?
because he was there from the beginning of like.
Oh, so he's like a founding father, if you
Pretty
will.
much, yeah. He's like
Trying to think of a pun.
associated with Ibiza, and he's a very popular person in Ibiza, and pretty much in America too. Like if you go, if you know about the Ultra Music Festival in Miami, it's like a huge dance electronic music festival, and he has his own stage. He had
What's his name again?
Carl Cox.
Okay, Carl Cox.
Yeah.
And he plays. Now we're talking Miami. There's a big fest in Miami.
Yeah, he's like it's been in.
Is that what it's called? A fest, or what do you call?
It's called. Yeah, it's pretty much called Festival Dance Music Festival, but this one was the name was Ultra. So it's one of the biggest festivals in the United States. I mean,
And when does this one take place?
it's in March, around 25th, 24th.
It's called Ultra, or is it Ultra Dance? What did you say?
It's called Ultra.
Oh, sounds dope. How many times have you been to Ultra?
I've been there. Actually, I've been there once in 2010, and after that, I went there a couple times, but I wasn't actually going inside the festival. I was just going around the city, visiting clubs.
Oh,
Because,
yeah, Miami is a club haven.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, especially at that time when Ultra goes, there's also what's that name? Winter Music Conference at the same time, pretty much when Ultra goes in Miami. So there's a lot of like DJs. They have conferences. They have like showcases. Like let's say like there's a lot of equipment for DJs now, like Pioneer, like DJ mixers, like turntables. So they all showcase all those technology for DJs, for club promoters, owners, like pretty much for everyone who's related to a dance electronic music industry. And they share ideas, they show new products. So at that time, there's a lot of DJs in the city, not only because of Ultra, but also because of that music conference. And that's why there's a lot of parties in the city, like beach parties, pool parties, rooftop parties.
But there's a lot of goonery there.
Yeah, just there's a lot of things going on over there. It's amazing. Like that's why actually I went to Ultra itself, and it was like I went there for 1 day. I had tickets for 3 days, and 1 day actually was enough for me.
Cost $2,000.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of people, a lot of like big stage music, you know, like loud and like I don't know, big stage music. That's how they call it, big room stuff. And
Yeah.
but I like myself. I like more like club atmosphere, you know, like maybe like a pool party or a beach party, you know, like stuff like that. I like that more because I feel like because it's less people and usually it's like one or two DJ playing.
Sounds a little chiller to me.
Yeah,
The way you're describing it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can really. I myself, I enjoy it more, you know, because they can really play their music like for a longer time, so you can really like
right
be in a journey what they're trying to tell you with the music, you know, instead of just like they're playing in the festival 1 hour, you know, it's like bam bam, that's it.
I find myself listening to a lot of Grizz lately.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was playing there, but yeah, I've been listening to Grizz too.
I like that. Is that
Yeah,
kind of similar to what you're describing? Just kind of fun, upbeat, but not too intense? Or not
in the
quite?
club. You mean in the club? No, in the club it's different.
No. The beach music you're talking about.
Oh,
Your style.
yeah, it's yeah. Well, it's different still.
It's different.
Yeah, Grizz is like I don't know. It's kind of
Funky.
yeah, like more kind of like trappish, dubstepish kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Live instruments as well, but
I like that a good dubstep whirl, if you will, in a song.
yeah.
Or a track, excuse me. All right. Who who are these who's who right now in the EDM scene?
Oh, it's.
Just spitball, just start saying names. Just say some names.
I mean, for different people, it's probably gonna be different. But for me, right now,
All right, let's pick genre, and then I would say the first four names that come to your head.
like
Heavy
techno,
bass, heavy bass.
heavy bass, uh, Hardwell, Martin Garrix, stuff like that. Don Diablo, like I would say those are really hard bass EDM stuff, you know. In
I
the
saw
house.
Bass Nectar recently. I thought that was pretty dope show.
Oh yeah, I saw him in Electric Force as well. He's
You were at Electric Forest this year?
yeah,
Me too. Which weekend?
first weekend.
Oh, I was a second weekender.
Yeah, it's my 4th year at Electric Force.
Well,
Yeah,
let's tangent on Electric Forest real quick then. That's a pretty dope
yeah.
festival.
It has his unique atmosphere, you know, the forest, you know, that makes it really unique. Like, you know, all those lights inside the forest and like those people, you know, like the animators, so many cool stuff, like buildings, constructions, you know,
Yeah.
so many art, like people draw pictures, they make something from something, you know, like so many crazy things going on.
Oh, yeah. I posted several pictures on the Goonery website of what we saw walking
Yeah,
through the forest.
and I think it's you know, like it's my 4th year, like I said, but house music is getting there step by step, like you know, in the you
I
know,
heard a
it's
lot of house music in the, what do you call it, the campgrounds or the general admission
mhm,
late at night.
yeah,
That's
like
where I heard it the most. So it's creeping in there, but
yeah. But if have you been in a Tripoli? It's like the stage right
yeah.
right when you enter. It's like the first stage you see. Yeah,
Yes.
like usually they play house music there. Like there was MK, Green Velvet playing that first weekend. It was pretty dope. It was Fisher, and yeah, I really liked it. They have really nice sound on that stage as well. So
All right, so yeah, getting back to the who's who, let's talk house music. Who's hot right now?
for me, it's Hot Since '82. Hot Since '82. He's been really successful recently. Like at least for me, right? Like he has actually his second year in Ibiza. He has his own party at Pacha, I believe, the club named Pacha. So it's called Labyrinth, and he brings all the DJs that he likes, and he has like weekly guests like other famous DJs, and he's playing there as well. So it's like very successful so far, and it's the second year they're doing that, and he's doing pretty good. I mean, I like his style, what kind of music he plays, you know, that, and so
Feel
that's
free to make the sound effects if you can do it. You know, the bump, 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 you know. I don't know. Just joking around with you. I feel like you want to, but you're not sure.
I was going to. Like,
you should do it. Do it. Go ahead. Just get it out of your system.
I did that in the beginning. Remember,
I know. Now that we're recording, you're all shy.
Yeah, maybe we just need some couple shots of tequila, you know.
I would do one.
Yeah, so I mean, that's Hot Sin City too. I really like him. Also, there's a Solo Moon. Probably everybody heard that name. Like, I mean, a lot of people know that. He's really big. I mean, he's been big before, I mean, year by year. But you know the game Grand Auto Theft?
We know it as Grand Theft Auto, but yeah.
Yeah. So that's a game. Actually, they have a Solo Moon in the club. You know, when you go to the club, there's the Solo
Moon. Which version?
The latest. I think the latest version.
Yeah, it's probably not Vice City.
No. They have a. I'm not sure what the name of the game, like the version of, but I think it's the latest one. They show the video of how like Solo Moon playing in the club in the video game. So, and they have a track list, what songs he played, and it's pretty cool, I think.
That sounds pretty dope.
Yeah,
so there's a big difference between DJing and producing music, correct?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I am just a very curious guy trying to share people's passions through this podcast. So tell me a little bit about that. Like, do these big names create their own music and select it, or where do they get these tunes from, or what's the process? Like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, mostly, as a DJ, you don't have to produce your own music.
Right.
So as a DJ, you pretty much you play music that you like, and the hardest part for DJs to bring their own style, to bring their own kind of music, to bring their own kind of story, you know, to like while you're playing music, people have like not just like whatever music, you know, like the biggest I think the biggest thing for a DJ has to do something about telling the story, like a journey, you know, to take the crowd to. So, but DJ doesn't have to play his own production.
No.
So he pretty much like downloads the music from the internet, or somebody send it to him, and he downloads it and listen to it, and if he likes it, he will play it pretty much. And at the stage, he just you know, there's like one song goes after another song, so he just blends them together nicely, so it becomes like one big set, like an hour or two. He also can like add some effects, you know. Maybe he can add some like noises and stuff like that to make it
So
more.
is it different every time?
It should be. Yeah, I mean,
It's not just press play, right? You kind of have to feel the crowd and.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's not just like press play. I mean, press play and everyone can do that. You know,
Right.
you can do that too. I mean, if you
Is there a set list that will always stay the same, most likely, or is it, I don't know what I'm going to end up throwing on until I get out on the stage and feel it out?
yeah, that's what it is. I mean, usually you like if I'm playing, I go, and it depends on if it's a club or it's open air. I know what kind of music, you know, like in general I will play, but I don't know exactly what kind of music I will play. You know, like if I go to a club, if I start playing, I usually start like with something light, and then depends on the crowd, how is the energy. I bring something like faster, not faster, but like more energetic, or more like deep, or more underground, or more popular. You know, like depends on the crowd. But usually,
What are the signs in the crowd that influence your selections?
the main sign is if people are dancing or not. If people dancing, that means you're on the right track. You know, you just keep doing it, and then I mean, but you always have to change, because doesn't matter if people dancing when you play a certain song, the next song you play they might all disappear. You know, so you have to still kind of read the crowd, and always change, like not just play what type of music all the time. So you kind of go up, go down a little bit, like energy wise, and try to like be interesting to our public, to our crowd, you know, so they can.
So what's the biggest performance you've ever put on?
Uh, it was probably back in Russia. It was at that time it was one of the biggest club in our city. Our city is like 5-7 million people, and yeah, one of the biggest clubs. And yeah, I was playing on Sunday.
Well, and for those that don't know, EDM originated from Europe, and it's came mainstream there first, right? And then it's kind of been fully adopted over the years in the States. Is that true, or is that?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, well,
I don't want to give any fake news on here.
yeah, well, that's true. I mean, the house music first, it was born in Chicago actually first, but then like
It was big, that Chicago underground. I saw Dylan Francis or Flosstradamus, whatever he was going by at the time. That was pretty sick.
yeah, it was born in Chicago, but then like it moved to Europe, and
Okay.
that's where it really become big, you know, popular.
Let's fucking go Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
That's where you are, right? You're in Chicago?
Yeah, I'm in Chicago right now.
Are you putting on any shows this weekend? It's Lollapalooza.
Yeah, well,
This podcast will air first thing tomorrow, Thursday morning, first day.
yes.
And get some promotions out. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, the city is going to be crazy, especially downtown. I don't know. Have you been in Chicago? It's.
I'm from there, yeah. That's why I'm
There you go.
repping it so hard.
And yeah, well, actually, we're gonna go to Lollapalooza on Sunday. On Saturday, we're planning on going to the beach and play some DJ sets over there. I'm gonna bring my equipment, speakers, you know. And,
Oh damn, I'm gonna just miss you.
yeah, it's actually my not my birthday, but my friends. I have two friends. They have a birthday, like in the same, pretty much at the same time. So we're gonna celebrate their birthdays, and you know, play some music at the beach. You know,
Sounds nice.
yeah, it's definitely like it's definitely something like really good, and everybody's waiting for it. So hopefully, it's gonna be a lot of
North
people.
Avenue Beach, or do you not want to give the spot away?
North Avenue Beach, is that?
That's what I said. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe Foster or North Avenue, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be a lot of people there. Who knows if I'll get a spot, because I still have to bring my stuff, like with my car, and if
Yeah.
not, we're just gonna go to another beach, so a little more north.
I hear that. Where do you reside in Chicago?
I live in Norwich area. It's about 25 minutes from Chicago, from downtown.
Right on. I know.
So not too far, not too close, but it's all right.
What's going on Thursday and Friday night, even Saturday, for you?
Friday, my friends arriving from New York, and from
New York?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they also Russian, or are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're Russian. We know each other for a long time. Usually at this time, we have something going on in Chicago. Like all my friends are coming to Chicago from New York, from Florida. And either we, like I think last year we went to camping, and it was like 25 people, 30 people.
Camping or glamping?
Camping. So it was really nice, and we had like speakers, we had a fire, like.
Oh yeah, I did one of those last year. That's a lot of fun, especially when your close friends are there. And
Yeah, it was
yeah,
one of the best.
yeah. We have some DJ friends, and those were some fun bachelor parties.
Oh yeah, I'm
They
sure.
just bring all of the sound. And,
yeah, it's. So I have really, really good sound. Like I spent a lot of money, So I bought those speakers, subwoofers.
Well, we're the Goonery supports sound quality over here, so keep up the good work.
I'm a big fan of sound quality.
Oh yeah.
Like sometimes I just go to my basement and just turn them on and just listen. They're so nice, so loud. It reminds me of like festivals and stuff, clubs.
So how did you get over here from Russia?
I moved here as a student like 10 years ago. And since then, I've been traveling from state to state. And here I am right now in Chicago.
What state has been your favorite?
I like California, but it's kind of expensive. I really enjoyed the weather. The climate is really nice. People are different. There's a lot of beautiful people there. A lot of beautiful girls.
Yeah.
It's I think it's like there's a lot of different nationalities there too. Like I think that's very unique about California. And just the weather. Weather is awesome. It's not too cold, not too hot. Like I lived in San Jose. It's 30 minutes or 40 minutes from San Francisco. So yeah, I really like the weather, but there's a lot of opportunities there, but you need a lot of money.
You're telling me. Well, Chicago, Seattle, New York, they're no joke either. Those are very expensive places. San Francisco.
Yeah, they are very expensive. But I mean, Chicago is not that expensive.
How long have you been in Chicago?
It's going to be 4 years.
Oh shit! So you've been through a winter or two.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I'm sure that just reminiscing of home there.
Yeah, but still, it's kind of windy here. It's the lake. So much wind from the lake, and it really gets cold.
Yeah, I've heard it called the Windy City once or twice.
Yeah, it's it's especially if you go like in downtown. There's like sometimes so much wind, you just can't really. You just don't want to go anywhere, because it's so much wind, and
No.
you stay home with
What
friends.
What's your favorite food in Chicago?
In Chicago, well, I don't know. I like Mexican food here for some reason. I don't know why.
That's
There's
good.
a lot of Mexican restaurants here, and tacos and all that stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. But there's also a lot of it's a big community, like big Russian community, big Ukrainian, Polish community.
Yeah,
So
I
they,
used to live in Wicker Park, which is like right by Ukraine Village. Is that what it's called?
yep,
Yeah.
there's a lot of Ukrainians and Polish people. So our like cultures very close, and food as well. So there's a lot of Polish restaurants, also like a lot of Polish grocery stores. They sell similar food, like in Russia, So, and they make food as well. So I go there and I buy food. It's like almost like my home food, back in Russia. So
What's
I
the
like
diet in Russia?
diet.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy, It's a lot of potatoes, like
Pierogies?
yeah, pierogies, but also we have pilmeni, which is kind of like pierogi but with the meat.
Right.
And
So it's better.
yeah, it's better. A lot of mayo, a lot of ketchup, a lot of potatoes, a lot of meat. I don't know. Like we have a lot of soup, different soups, and a lot of like bakery, like a lot of cakes, stuff like that. So,
Right on. You eat some deep dish pizza yet?
oh yeah, I did. It's good.
What's
I
your
like.
favorite?
I went to Giordano's for some reason. I liked it. It's. I think I was sausage. I think it was just sausage.
Have you had Luminati's?
I actually, I'm not sure. I've been to one place. Maybe it was that, but it was kind of drunk, so I didn't remember what. But they told me it's a famous place for deep dish pizza, so I'm not sure if it's.
Could have been Uno's.
Who knows? Yeah.
Who knows? Could have been Uno's. All right. Well, you're off the hook if you haven't had Luminati's to know that
It's
there's a better, more superior deep dish out there. But
what is it called again?
Luminati's.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out.
You get a Portillo's yet?
Oh yeah, I got Portillo's.
You get the beef?
Very nice.
Italian beef?
Yeah, Italian beef.
Yeah.
A lot of
Jardiniere?
A lot of meat.
Yeah, a lot of thin meat. Right on. So what's next for you in the DJ scene? What are you aspiring to accomplish?
Well, I want to pretty much play as much as I can. That's how I get inspiration from. That's how I get inspired. Just play music and try to play music I like. Sometimes I used to play in the clubs where they have certain rules for music genre. You can't play really like underground or deep stuff. So you play kind of like.
Give us a sound effect for deep stuff.
Deep stuff. I don't know. It's like a lot of bass, a lot of bass and a lot of tribal sounds and vocals. Sometimes vocals are really like gets you into the trance mode. When you play
Oh, sure. Yeah. I can grab you if you're.
That's what I want to do. Play as much as I can. I really enjoy playing music for everyone. Like, but
Like, do you want to play in the clubs? Do you want to play at Electric Forest? Do you want to play on
well,
that island?
I want to play at Ibiza. You know,
Right.
that's my dream. But it's not just gonna stop there. I want to play. I want to play at the beach party. You know, that's my favorite style of party. At the beach with the sun, where you have like happy house music, you know, and people are like, you know, really enjoying the sun. It could be like sunset or sunrise, who knows? And I feel like, you know, at the beach outside, like the beach itself already gives you kind of like vacation mode, you know, like happy.
Mm.
But at the same time, if you have music, good music playing, you know, it's just amazing, you know.
Are you worried about sand getting into your equipment?
No, not really. I mean,
The bass will just blow it right back out.
yeah, pretty much. I don't, you know, the equipment is equipment, you know, you have to use it, you know, you can't just like keep it in your house. Being
Right.
afraid.
You got to go through at least 2 subs a season, right?
Hopefully this sub will gonna last me more, but it's been through a lot already. Like they spilled the drink on it, you know,
Yeah.
they dropped something on it, they ripped the wires off, but still working good. So it's a good set.
So how many? So do
Huh?
you have tracks that people could listen to outside of your sets, or are people only able to listen to your music? Like, are you on Spotify?
Uh, I have a playlist on Spotify, but also I have a SoundCloud page, which has like I don't know, not meant too many songs, but my latest songs are definitely there. It's more like a house music.
Yeah, well, you can share that with the Goonery, hopefully, and we can post
Okay,
it for people to listen to.
definitely, yeah. It's I'm working on a couple tracks right now as well, and hopefully,
You know, our listeners need some playlists to get them through the week. It's a pretty rough grind, Monday through
yeah.
Friday.
If you want something like not too deep, not too like clubby, I have a playlist on Spotify, which is like totally different than house. You know, it's
Yeah,
down.
share all that with me through email if you don't mind.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
post
definitely.
it.
I usually play it like, you know, when we talk on with my friends. You know, something chill plays at the back. It's not totally chill, but it's like it has a beat. You know, it has a bass, but it's not like hard deep bass. Like it's not like hard, but it's more like melodic and so, happy. You know, happy style of the bass. I don't know.
Right on.
So I got that. Some play some DJ mixes sets on Mixcloud as well.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add to what's going on for your journey?
Um, well, I feel like right now it's really hard to be like known DJ without producing. You know, so there's a lot of DJs uh, who are actually good, but it's not enough. So you have to produce to get like some attention. You know, if you make a good tracks, it's easier to promote yourself. So I think that's good. You know, a lot of people start making music, and it's much easier now with all the software. I mean, if you and you're very lucky if you have a musical degree, like if you know how to play any instruments. If you learn how to use the software like on the computer, you can really make like really good stuff. You know, there's a
Yeah,
lot of
I downloaded Ableton and messed around on that. That was it's pretty amazing the sounds you can make right on a computer these days.
yeah, and you know, those famous DJs or producers, they pretty much make their music on the road, you know, on their laptops. That's all you need, pretty much. Your headphones and your laptop.
Have you tried playing around with that at all?
I mostly do my music in my house, I guess. Sometimes I try it, but that is actually another thing I want to try. I want to try to get into like a field where you can get the energy from either from people or from nature, and that will inspire you more, I think, than just sitting in the house in your room with the four walls. You know, sometimes you get tired of the sound, or you feel like can't find the inspiration. You know, there's not a lot of energy.
What's
But
your muse?
good music. Like if I listen to other DJs, like producers, like a really good track, like it really inspires me. Like, or I watch a lot of videos of the DJ sets. You know how people, you know, let's say like there's a festival going on and they film it, and the DJ was playing, so you can see how DJ playing, and also you can see the reaction of the crowd. And when they play really good music and see the good reaction of the crowd, it kind of inspires you to make the same type of music. And it's and you can actually learn a lot just by watching other DJs playing, you know, on YouTube. It's like you can you can build your own taste by listening a lot of music, a lot of like DJ sets.
Yeah.
I think that's what's the most important for a DJ, to build your own taste. Just like live with the music, you know, you have to listen a lot of music. Like for myself, I know that my taste is different now than I used to be before, and it changed because I was listening more music. I started listening like more and more, and my taste has changed, and my music actually changed. The music I play. So, and people actually notice that, you know, they really like they can tell the difference between like the new DJ and the
They're
DJ.
like, oh, rough couple of years.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
He's been for a while, you know. And
How
also,
old are you? Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off.
yeah, I'm 32.
Right on.
Yeah, so
And when did you get started? When you were how old?
I was probably 21, maybe 20.
Okay.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
so a big theme on the Goonery show is that sacrifice it takes to become successful in something you're passionate about, because nothing is just handed to anybody. You really have to fight and grind for something, and there's no shortcuts. And it sounds like you have a similar experience just by saying it was really hard, but you have that dream. What tell us a little bit about how you overcome these obstacles, this challenge, and keep going, and you believe you're going to make it.
Yeah, I mean, right now there's nothing else left. You know, for me at least. I mean,
No lady?
huh?
No lady?
Not at this moment.
Just
It's been
grinding to the beach, to the island.
yeah, it's been a while since I broke up. Since then, I kind of I don't know. I'm trying to stay away from long-term relationships because
Yeah.
it's been really hard for me to get over and get back to like normal life.
Hmm.
So I just don't want this to happen again. But at the same time, I understand it's, you know, it will change. So I will definitely need somebody like to build a family, have a kids, all that stuff. But I think it just has to be something that um, it should come like naturally, not go to the clubs or library or whatever you want to go and look for.
Grocery store.
Yeah, I mean that's, I don't know. I've been doing that too, but not like just every day. I'm not doing that. Like, let's say sometimes I just go somewhere and
Now you
talk.
got phone applications.
What?
You got the phone apps like Tinder.
Oh yeah, I mean that too. But to be honest, I don't have much time.
Nah,
Time I spend in music,
that's
and but even with that, I have a lot of new like, girlfriends, because of music, because I play somewhere, I meet someone, you know,
oh yeah. I
not
mean,
always like that. So it kind of goes together, I guess. But I mean, if I want to like find somebody for long-term relationships, I would probably have to put the music away a little bit, concentrate more on that. But right now, I'm just doing music, like trying to find a balance between my real job and my passion, like music.
what's
So,
your yeah, you're doing you. What's your real job?
well, I have my kind of. I'm a contractor, so I work with the transportation companies, and do I do installs like electronics. I install like lights, cameras, on vehicles. Sometimes I sell them. So it's
If you work like 40, 50 hours a week.
yeah, something like that. It's sometimes you just don't know how many hours because I drive and here and there, but like you work at the site for let's say like 5 hours, but you have to drive like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like I work a lot, but I did
Fuck
it
yeah.
right.
Well, and think about honest answer here. If you could spend that time that you're working, not worrying about money and working on your dream, the music, the DJ, where do you think you'd be versus where you are right now? Do you think there'd be a big impact on?
Mhm. Yeah, I would say so because I would probably try to visit a lot of places, get more inspiration because that's the most important part for me, at least, to get the inspiration. Sometimes you work, you don't really go places a lot because you go to work, come back, and spend like an hour or two in the traffic, and it sucks the energy.
Well, right. So, what is the recipe for success? Is maybe a better question. Like, what do you need to do to
Mhm.
accomplish your goal?
I think you just have to. That's what I'm doing actually right now. You just need to change it. No matter what. You just like let's say you want to be a DJ, right?
Right.
You have to sacrifice the money side to spend more time learning DJing. You can't just like quit the job, but you can like do Uber or something, so you can have enough money for just like ordering bills.
Well, let's not factor money into it. Let's just in a vacuum, like what is the recipe for success? Not worrying about money.
Mhm. It's a tough question, for a recipe for success. I think it's you have to really like what you're doing, you know, really enjoy it. You have to really like live it, you know, live what you're doing. Like, let's say you're doing music, you have to like be crazy about it, you know, like do crazy things. Sometimes not even like logical, but you have to sacrifice a lot of things. And at first it's going to be hard, but then it's going to get better and better if you keep doing what you're doing, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you gotta get music created that you can DJ, and then lots of practice, lots of experimenting with incorporating your own sounds from a production level, getting out to all the shows that are all over the world.
Yeah.
Playing, yeah, and just when you have to worry about money, it gets pretty fucked, right? You gotta, it just slows down your ability to do these things, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, they say you have to quit your job to start making money. It's pretty much the same here. You have to quit your job to start like making music or do what you like, enjoy your life.
Or have started by the age of 5.
Yeah, I mean, if you start at age of 5, start going to music school, you know, learn a lot about music. But still, you know, still you have to spend a lot of time. You still have to be passionate about it, you know, because if you're not, you do it. It's fun in the beginning, but then you get, you know, frustrated. You get tired. You know, you don't want to do it. You know, there's so many things I started, but after a while, you know, I just understood that it's not my thing. You know, it's not the thing I'm passionate about. And but music has been like so many years. You know, it's always here. It's always stays with me, and I never. There was a moment when I got tired, you know, and I was thinking about doing something else, and always I end up being like back to where I was with the music. That, like I said, that's the only thing I have. You know, that's the only thing I have left with me right now. Really true, you know, inside of me. I tried different things, never worked. That's the only thing that works for me. I just have to make it that it will produce, like, will make some money for me to live. You know, at the same time doing what I love. So just need to find that way for like making money doing what you like. So they say, you know, you can't really work at the job and do what you really like, because when you work, actually you get tired of it, you know. But I think this is not like, it's not a work for me. You know, I play sometimes. I have a lot of free shows. You found my advertisement probably. I don't know if you saw it. It's like I was putting on Craigslist, free DJ playing for free for everyone at the parties. So I don't need money, you know. I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it for myself, for others. And it's like my friend actually, yesterday, she came from Wisconsin, and we're sitting in our house. She was saying, you know, like, you were doing so many cool parties with us, you know, so many good memories, not just for yourself, but for others. But if it wasn't you, we would never had these parties, you know, that music, that atmosphere, like crazy dancing, like. So she said like thank you, and she said like you changed lives, you know, you made good memories for others, not just for yourself. So I think it's really, big for me, because you change someone's life to make it a little bit better. That means a lot.
I respect the passion. What do you think is preventing you from, if you know this, that you probably just got to quit that job and get out there and make it happen? What do you think is preventing you from doing that?
I think that's fear. That's the only thing that's preventing me from doing what I like. What I like is fear of not making enough money, not not being good enough, fear of what other people will say about you. Because I'm at that age, 32, so I should have my stable, good job. Should have my own house probably, or my car, like family, and all that stuff. All those templates that society made. You have to have this and that, be successful at this age, and blah blah blah. So it's a fear what other will say about me. So that fear of losing a lot of money, not being enough, that kind of stuff. But that's the only thing that kind of prevents me. I'm working on it, so trying to overcome those fears. At the end, at the end of your journey, like you would say, what I did in my life that will, that's something that I didn't regret. If I live this life, get all those standard things, like, but what society tells you to do, it's just going to be average life. I don't want to regret it at the end of my life. Just why I didn't do this, why I didn't do that. I don't want to ask this kind of questions and regret it at the end of my life. When I be old, just do it. Feel the fear and do it anyway.
That's deep, man. I really appreciate you opening up. I think this is a great message that we're trying to dive into on the Goonery, is that it's really fucked in that way that you literally have to pick between potentially living on the streets in order to fulfill your passion, or probably not fulfill your passion and live that societal, comfortable, standard life with a house and money coming in, doing what you don't want to do.
Yeah, I think it's like one of the biggest problems, I guess, in our society right now. Because it's a lot of books, a lot of seminars, a lot of like self-help videos, and it's people feel a lot of stress. People feel like they feel like just like part of the big machine, but nothing uh, like unique about them. So, and also people like see this all this social life, like celebrities and Instagram pictures of other people's, it's kind of affects you as well. You see that nice pictures, someone's at the beach enjoying their margarita, and you think, why I'm not enjoying that margarita, or why I'm not good enough. They That's why they're stressed, because they think they are not good enough. They don't think that they're not doing the right thing, and they start doing those things that just to make more money, and it's very stressful. That's why people get depressed and all that stuff.
Yeah, you're really hitting some notes here with what's going on. It's literally, do you follow your passion and take a leap of faith and go for it? Or do you choose a comfortable route that doesn't bring you to the same finish line. It's two different lives.
True, yeah. I mean, I don't know. You just have to find a balance, I guess, kind of, and then work from that. Like you find the state of where you have enough money and you have enough passion and time to do your thing. And when you get that, after a while, you just have to find to be good enough. You get better and better. So after a while, maybe you can start making money from that, from what you really like. It's going to be hard, just like, quit your job and start doing, what you want to do, but because it's not going to make you any money, not going to bring you any money. And, when you don't have anything to eat, you will not have a passion, It's like when you don't know what to eat, you don't think about making music. So you just have to find a balance. That's the trickiest part, for me at least. I'm trying to, right now I'm making like good money, but it takes a lot of time. So I'm trying to cut off of my time I spend at my job and trying to do more stuff music-wise. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that I remember about my life. I don't remember like the days I go to my job. I remember those days when I play at the beach, when I was spending that time with my friends. That's all the good memories I have. So, and the time goes so fast, man. Especially when you get older. For some reason, it's just flying.
It speeds up, yeah. Sure does.
Gotta hurry up.
Yeah, a lot of pressure with needing money to eat, but I like to challenge that with the true hunter will go out and find the food and doesn't need to rely on any sort of system in play.
Right. Yeah, it's really hard, It's
a lot of
times that when I was kind of depressed and start drinking a lot, but I got over it, but it always tries to come back, So I'm just trying to, if I feel something like something is wrong, I start like feel depressed or like bad, really like not in the mood. I'm trying to just take a break and just go travel, just drive my car somewhere, different state or different city where I've never been, or fly somewhere like for 2 days. You just pick a deal, you go to websites, just any city, there's like a lot of deals going on. Like let's say you go to Seattle or Phoenix or wherever, you spend like a day or two and you come back and feel a lot better after that. Like your vision just expands, when you go somewhere and you see different people, different places, you might even go to the club and see the DJs playing there. So it really expands your vision and you come back like a little bit changed, and you got off your comfort zone. You went somewhere and meet new people. So it works for me, and it's not that expensive,
Well, it's really tough to ask yourself the hard questions and with all the competition out there and the stress and the believing in the passion, it really cuts down to the core. It's, are you willing to sacrifice for this goal of yours? And if the answer is yes, and you truly believe it, then I hope I hope you make it happen. If it's not so much, like, yeah, I could, take it or leave it, then, that kind of gives you an indication of if it really is what you need to do in life. I think that's always a good starting point to,
Mhm.
just start there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm lucky that I found my passion.
Oh, it's a great thing to have. And
Yeah.
with the way the universe works, it's definitely attainable. It's just, we live in this weird dimension where we have to go through all the motions, if you will, literally. And, and figuratively, you can't do it that way. You have to, do it with that passion. And if it's aligned, that passion really drives you through it, takes the driver's seat over, like you were saying. Doesn't even feel, you could work 18 hours on music and making a difference, and it wouldn't feel like 2 hours at your day job, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's definitely interesting. Thank you for coming on this podcast. I really appreciate you opening up. I think this is a really important conversation for a lot of people, whether you're in the entertainment business, whether you're trying to be an entrepreneur, whether you're just plain old depressed, to really ask these questions and live to the potential that you want to live. Like, you could literally, like, that's what potential is. It's like you could literally live any life you want to live. Some are much easier than others, and you just pick the one that you feel like living, and then we die.
yeah, I feel like I pick one, and I I hope like people who don't know what's their passion. I hope they'll find their passion. It's really hard actually. Like some people just pretty much survive. They just exist. Without any passions. They like go to job and work, come back and do those routines. But it's important to have a passion. It's important to have something that stays always with you, no matter what. That's something that you always want to do. You just have to find it.
Yeah, it's really definitely should talk more about this on another podcast. Running out of time here. Last question: is Trump in cahoots with Putin?
In cahoots.
Are they? Is there any? You're familiar with all that hoopla going on in Washington?
Yeah, like Putin did something so the Trump gets elected. Something about that.
Rigging elections, some alliance behind the scenes.
Uh-huh. You know what? Like. I'm not really into politics.
No, I know. I'm just trying to lighten the mood. Uh, you don't
Yeah.
have to answer that question. It's just funny to ask a Russian that.
Yeah. Well, Putin is. I like him and I don't like him. It's he did a lot, but he also did a lot of bad things. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I would like to see somebody else, other than Putin, because he's been there for a long time, and I think it's too much. So
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I do enjoy about America is, and capitalism, it really allows the most amount of people living in that society to take more chances on going after their goals and potentials without government regulations and fears and barriers to entry that have existed prior.
Yeah, definitely. That's true.
Again, don't want to get all political or patriotic here. Just all right, my man. Well, definitely send me those links if you want to tell anyone how to follow you on social or get in contact with you. Obviously, you're trying to build some fan base.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very active on Instagram.
What's the handle?
If you search for DJ Snizza.
All right, we'll get that all posted on the Goonery, so you can just click and find.
Very easy, much easier than trying to write this crazy Snizza word.
Yeah. All right, it's been real, everybody. Thank you.